Welcome to the Andre Price Show, the show where we talk to different guests from industries such as artistry, animation, science, politics, business, and technology to learn more about what they do on a day-to-day basis. I'm your host, published author and engineer, Andre Price, and I'm happy to introduce our next guest, Janaea Richardson, also known as StarlitVenus. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing okay.
That's good. So, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty okay. A
That's
little
good.
nervous, but I
Nervous?
guess it's
No
always
need.
I guess it's nice to always talk about yourself, so
Oh yeah,
I'm happy to do that.
I'm sure that will boost your motivation a bit, won't it?
Yeah.
So you are a singer and songwriter, and I'm
hmm
curious, what is your methodology for creating your music?
hmm So I like to freestyle, right? But I
Mhm.
feel like it always comes after I've seen something or watched something. I feel like my main motivation for coming up with a song is after watching a story. So for one of my songs, it was called Eat Me. I literally just got done watching this movie about vampires, and I was like, you know what, that's kind of like a cool idea. I kind of go in with watching something or hearing something, maybe even feeling something, and I kind of just freestyle how I would want things to go. And then after I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. Then I sit down and I kind of make sure that everything makes sense. It's telling the story I want it to tell, basically. And it kind of goes from
Hmm.
that. It's not really exactly structured. I don't
Sure.
like it to be as structured because it kind of feels like a job. Kind of feels like I don't have that much freedom. I kind of just go in it without too much control. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
that ruins the motivation to want to do it. It feels like a 9 to 5.
Yes.
How many takes does it usually take you to do when you're doing a freestyle like that?
Mhm. I would say probably once. Probably once for freestyle when I'm by myself. But when I'm
Mhm.
working with other people, I feel like it takes more than one just because I know that they have expectations about how they want a song to go or how, they want it to sound. But when I'm by myself, it takes about one time. And then when I go back and I want to polish, then that kind of takes a lot of takes. It takes a lot of time because I'm like, well, actually, I don't like this. And then now I actually have to think about what I want to say and if things rhyme because rhyming is nice. People like rhymes in songs.
Mhm.
So, but usually the first try, I usually get it.
Nice. And I know you mentioned in the beginning of your answer that you work with other people. What other people do you work with? I assume producers or other
Uh,
collaborators.
yeah, I would say a lot when I was younger, I worked with different types of producers. Like there's this Detroit producer named Heleva. They would come with me with ideas, with songs they would like me to do, and that was at a time where they would write stuff for me. So it'd be like I'm in the studio and I'm just trying to get it the way that they want to. So that would be something where it would take a lot of tries. But as far as working with friends and their projects and I have family members who also like me to write songs for them. I would say the process can be a little complicated just because the idea isn't completely up to me. Like if it'll be
Mhm.
someone it's for a game and they have the story and I kind of just like to take my time with that. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
does. What would you say the difference is between writing a song for a game OST versus for your own personal project, your own personal album, EP, or single?
hmm I guess I know what I want, so it's a lot easier and it's not as structured because I can write a bunch of songs that are just about love or it can be about depression, anything that you can hear a song about. But I kind of know what I want and it's easy to get it out. Like it's easy to tell my story, but
Mhm.
the last project I did, it was about a game and it had a specific um, plot, and it was kind of hard to understand from my perspective. I don't know that much about game making or anything like that, so it took a while to understand the story, and it took a while to kind of tell someone else's story, and that can be
Mhm.
really hard. Um, but usually they like it at the end of the day, and I'm glad. It'll take about about 2 weeks, about a week maybe, depending on the plot. But it takes a lot longer to tell someone else's story, honestly. So
No, I totally get it. I feel like that's much harder because you're trying to match their vision with kind of your style, and sometimes can
yeah.
there can be difficulties there, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
When it comes to, I guess, making game OSTs, how much of the plot do you actually know about before or during the songwriting process? Is it maybe only a little bit? Is it enough to like write the song, or is it a good amount that you're able to actually understand the gist of what's going on in the plot of that game?
I feel like I try to get the entire story. Like I try to get as much of the story as they feel is necessary, and
Mhm.
then I'll go and write. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've only been given like just a little bit of information. Like I need this song for like this character. Where I'm like, well, I actually need to know like who the character is and why they make the choices that they do. Because if you want the song to fit them, I need to know exactly who they are. Like I feel like I need to become that person while I'm making the song, because otherwise it'll be like I'm trying to make something up myself. But I don't feel like I've been in a situation where that's been the case. I feel like I always ask questions first. That's always just been my thing, so that I can get everything that I need to make something happen.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
yeah.
When it comes to music making, how would you describe your style, your genre of music?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I feel like I like anything, and whatever feels right, that's what I do. Because, like, I love like rock music. I love pop music. I love R&B, like indie. So I feel like because I don't always make the instruments to my music, like, I'm not a
Hmm.
pro at, like, playing instruments, I'm more of a pro at, like, singing and doing the storytelling, so, like, whatever someone plays for me and I like it, it's kinda that. It doesn't matter, like, what the sound is. I feel like I'm pretty much down for, like, anything. So I feel like my style can be very, like, versatile, it can be different, it isn't just one thing, and I feel like, an artist like me specifically, I would rather I be, like, I guess fluctuating, like, anywhere instead of just one
Sure.
place. I feel like it gets boring when you're just stuck in one thing, and that's when it feels like a job. So I like to switch it up and I guess do whatever I want. Like this.
You get to explore. You get to express more creativity that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I would
something of a
say,
rapper
yeah.
myself.
Oh, yeah, you
And
are.
so and like a singing chorus with the rap verses.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I can put my resume and send it to
You want me to
you.
put you on the track?
Put me on a
No,
track.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm always down for features. I always want somebody else with me. Like it's just me, and I feel like it'd be nice to have other people in it. So I'm like, I'm down if you are.
Look, I'll gladly hop in the studio with you. A quick verse. So when did you first start making music?
The first time I started making music, like officially, was when I was 13, I think. But like I've always had like a computer when I was younger, and I would always make covers. And me and my cousins would always just like make songs that just come up, like routines and dancing and all that. But I think officially I started making music when I was 13. I think
Hmm.
my dad, like I was in like a talent show, and then my dad was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know you can sing, girl. So we're gonna do some music." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm down." And that's kind of like how it all started there.
Nice. And I know you upload a few choreography videos. Do you also write choreography for your songs, or is it more of just covers to other songs in terms of choreography?
In terms of like choreo, it's just covers. Like I
Hmm.
personally would love it if I can like have a really good song, and then I can get a whole bunch of people together and we can like make something dance wise. I wouldn't say I'm
Hmm.
100% a perfect dancer though, and I don't think that's really my like expertise, but I love dancing and I love K-pop. So like I'm always down to learn other dances and then just like indulge in that. It's really fun. I love anything like performance wise. So
Nice.
yeah, for me, like my music so far now, I don't really think any of it's like dance like. I guess just freestyle to it if you listen to it. I don't know.
No, fair enough. Actually, you're kind of bringing up a good point. In preparation for this interview, I listened to your most recent EP, Legendary Pleaser Ultimate
Oh
Disaster.
my god,
Great work, by the way.
thank you.
I think my favorite song off of the track list off the project was Hopeless Romantic. I really liked that one.
Oh my god, that one that one was a hard one. Okay, that was hard. It was really hard to be different with that one.
Really, how so?
Because like because I know that I like to be different and I like to explore so many things. And usually I make a lot of songs with my cousin because she knows how to play all these instruments, and I feel like we both have like our parts in making music. She's instruments, I'm the ideas with everything.
Hmm.
But like with Hopeless Romantic, I had to have my other cousin come in, and it was like she wanted me to be more into the music. Like it was like a theater night. She was like, you really have to like pronounce these words, because I don't feel like I'm entirely a professional. I feel like I'm still learning how to be, you know, the persona I want to be with music, because it's just
Sure.
me, right? I'm not taking lessons or anything. And so it was really hard to like step outside of the box. And the song is really crazy, right? I wanted to come in with like this romantic song about like how I want to be with someone and how I'm putting everything on the line and I want them to do the same. And then it just turned into this whole scary song about like it just turned scary, and it was like it felt like a risk, but I ended up loving it, and a lot of people love it. So it was just like I came in with something I wanted, but it changed entirely, and I just had to, you know, step out of my comfort zone and make something that was like, you know, it was different. It was different so far.
I think it worked out pretty well. The tone of the song and the feeling expressed in the song, it kind of just, you know, it hit different.
Yeah, yeah.
So when can we expect your next EP?
That I'm trying to figure out like right now, because like I always have songs on my phone, but it's just the fact of like I always just want to tell a story, because like with
Sure.
Legendary Pleaser, Ultimate Disaster, I feel like I wanted to tell this story of this girl who's like she starts off with like so much compassion and so much love for someone, and then like as time goes on, you know, people change you, and I wanted that EP to be like demonstrating how people change, and like as a
Mhm.
person you can change, and you can become like this sweet girl, and you can just turn out to be like crazy or like, you know, something. You're just it was I wanted to like express my change in myself.
Mhm.
And now I'm like, I don't just want to put out anything. I kind of want to make sure that I have the story that I
Sure.
want to
Yeah, that
tell
makes
people.
sense.
And so it might take some time, but something's happening.
Nice. Looking forward to it. In
Thank you.
from your perspective, how does the main character of Legendary Pleaser Ultimate Disaster, how does she change over time from your perspective?
I feel like because I don't necessarily feel like my music has to be always about me. I feel like it's about the people around me that I see as well. And I feel like with the change that I see in like the character of this EP is that I feel like she's a person that cares so much, like, because you know the first song is like Misery Loves Company, and I feel like that's her like accepting that like everyone's changing around her, and she's accepting whatever situation she's going to be in because she wants to be around the people that she cares about.
Hmm.
But then I feel like as the songs go on, it's like she's becoming more obsessive, and then towards the end we get like your burden, and we get your, you know, disaster recipe for a disaster, when it's just like I feel like she's just completely changed herself, and now she's recognizing that she's not who she thinks she is, and the people that she's around are not who she thought they were. And it's just to this point where, you know what, actually, I'm probably just going to give up on every ideology, everything that I thought was right. And I feel like that's
Mm.
common for a lot of people coming of age or just like becoming the new adults. It's like everything that I thought was right is actually not right. I actually don't know anything about myself or anybody around me or anything ever. And that's kind of what I was kind of trying to demonstrate with every song, was
Hmm.
realizing that like sometimes it's not what it is. If that
Wow,
makes sense.
it makes
Yeah.
sense. How would you? What does the main character view herself as? And I guess what can she do to return to that ideal, I guess, ideal present of what she wants to be?
hmm I feel like what she viewed herself as initially was like a caring person, someone who like explored things that she felt was worth her time. I felt like she was someone who, I don't know, was happy. Like when you're happy, everything just makes sense. Everything feels good. And I feel like I've over time she learned that she was just someone who was just like a pleaser. And I feel like if you're a pleaser all the time and you never care about yourself, you become a disaster. And that was like the whole idea. And I just feel like in order to go back to being someone who's happy, she has to learn how to love herself. And
Hmm.
it kind of has to go through that, I guess, because I would say I wouldn't even know if the main character actually viewed herself in a way that was actually like her ideas. I think she viewed herself as like the people viewed her around her, which created who she is. And so in order to actually figure out who she is, she has to like put herself first kind of thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
When you were planning, I guess, the track list to this EP, or when you were planning each individual song, did you come into it with the idea of this is how I want the story to be? Or did the story, I guess, come to you more as you wrote each song? As you finished one song, two songs, you were thinking, wait, I kind of want the storyline to turn more into what it is now? Or did you already have it planned out from the beginning?
I feel like I had it planned out from the beginning, but it definitely changed, right? Because, for example, Hopeless Romantic was not going to be what it was, but it just turned out to be something completely different. I would say that it's a combination of both, because like I had this project in the works since like 2022. So it took me a very long time to find every song that like fit perfectly. Like I had so many different songs. Eat Me didn't even exist. Recipe for Disaster didn't even exist. There were so many different songs. And I had the initial idea of how I wanted it to be. Like I wanted it to be about this girl who was going through so many different situations that were going to change her. But I guess I just had to find the right songs. And when I did, it became what it was. So it was like, yeah, I know what I want. But then actually, as I started like working in the process of the things, the idea kind of changed and it became what it was.
Nice.
And I feel like that happens all the time when I make music. I'm like, I have this idea, I know what I want, but then it changed when I actually like get into it, and what I want changes.
I feel like that's every creative venture. Like it never ends how you originally planned it. It kind of just, the process just flows naturally and turns into what it turns into. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that.
Nice. Your most recent song was TOU. Can you tell me more about that song?
Oh my god. That one was okay. For that one, I guess I just wanted to put out something for fun. But I guess it still kind of goes into the idea that I had for Legendary Pleaser, Ultimate Disaster. Sometimes I have songs that I wish I put on there. I'm like, I'll just put it out there as a single. But I was playing Minecraft and I was like, Totem of Undying. I'm like, I actually like the concept of that. And then I just found this beat this guy made, and he was like, you can have it for free. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to whip something up on MATLAB. And that's what I did. And
oh, nice.
Basically with that, yeah, I know it worked out for me. But I'm like, basically with that song, it's just about like, I kind of feel like it's more of like a fight with yourself. It's like you're tired and you're kind of like done with everything. And it just feels like you want to give up. But then you also have this part of you that like, you can't necessarily let go even though you want to, and it's kind of motivating you to do everything you don't want to do, and it's kind of like you're stuck in this cycle of doing things you don't want to do but not giving up even though you want to give up. And I kind of feel like it kind of gave concept of Totem of Undying. Even though you can let go of it and you can just die, you kind of want to hold on because you don't want to give up, but it's just like you don't know what you're doing these things for, which I kind of like. It fits the concept of like the character in the EP, kind of.
Wow, I'm very impressed by, I guess, turning that item from Minecraft into like this into the storyline. It's into an actual, a relatable storyline that I'm sure a lot of people relate to. That's very impressive.
Yeah. I love stories. I love storytelling. Like it's really good, and any little thing can become such a big thing, and you can make something out of it. Because like Recipe for Disaster, it was like, it's like my love for JJK, right? I love Gato so bad, and I love his story, and like I felt like it related to the character in my EP. And it's just like, sometimes you're your own worst enemy, even if everything around you can help you. Sometimes it's you, and sometimes you have the recipe to like ruin yourself, but also it's everyone around you too. So it was kind of like, I don't know, other stories influence my story, I guess.
You just mentioned JJK. I've never seen a single episode of JJK. So
well, I don't think it's a spoiler. Maybe, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no. It's just one of those things that I'm trying to relate to the discussion. I have no clue what this show is even about.
I'm sorry.
And
That's my fault. Like assuming everybody knows everything.
it's happened so many times. I know during a different episode, someone mentioned Dragon Ball, and I'm just thinking I've never seen a single episode of Dragon Ball
Oh
or One
no,
Piece.
it's
I
so
can't.
good.
Like I can't. Like I know Goku and I know Luffy. I know
Yeah.
the main character of JJK is Gojo. That's
Yeah,
it.
kind of.
Well, kind of.
Okay, you need to get into it. They're good. All three of them.
You know, I'll add to the list. It's been on the list for a while. Kind of like AOT has been on the list for a while, but after season
Oh, so
3,
good. Oh,
you
yeah.
know, it is good. But I'm sorry, the ending to season 3, the plot twist, I didn't like it.
Yeah. You didn't like, oh yeah. Sometimes it happens. You kind of just stop watching the show. But I feel like you got to push through because you don't know what's going to happen next. And it might be worthwhile. So, I don't know.
True, yeah, it's very, very true. So, since I guess video games provide a good medium for, I guess, song ideas, you know, you and I should pivot different ideas off of each other for what can be made into a song. When I immediately think of using Minecraft to make a song, I think of Enderman.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Right. Hear me out, right? You have, you know, this person that they're tall, they view themselves as a monster. And
Oh yeah, perfect.
and when someone looks at them, when they're faced with that reality that someone else sees them, they want to teleport away.
See, that's perfect.
See, I'm cooking, right?
You're cooking because like that's something real, right? Because you can recognize who you are, but you don't want other people around you to know that. And so even though you're this monster, you're gonna run away from that, and then unless they keep messing with you, and then now you have to become the monster. It's giving Frankenstein. Like I wrote a song about that before because like Frankenstein was this monster that people created. He wasn't that monster, and then like when people confronted him about being a monster, well, that's just exactly who he became. Sometimes it can be the people around you bringing out the worst in you. So like that's a good idea for a song. So
very true. Yeah, sometimes, you know, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes when you're viewed as a monster, you become the monster. There's a good quote, I think. It's kind of related, somewhat loosely related to what we're talking about, but the quote, not quoting it specifically, is like, you stare into the void will stare back at you. And you become kind of like the void.
Yeah. And it's scary. I like that quote, actually.
I have no clue where it's from, and I probably misquoted it completely, but...
But I feel like I understand it. I don't know where it's from either, but I feel like that's deep, honestly. And I feel like even though the Enderman in Minecraft isn't that deep, I feel like it can give off that.
Exactly. So the first song that you posted on Spotify was No Justice, No Peace. Oh, yeah. And actually, I think we talked back then when you first made the song. What was your thought process behind the song?
Oh, I was so angry. Like it was 2020 and I was so angry. Like because of everything that was going on, and I hate injustice. Like I would believe that everybody hates injustice, but like I hate injustice. I hate when people are treated horribly. I hate when the rights are taken away. And so I feel like just one thing that can make a song come easy is just like a fuel for like wanting to like advocate for justice. And I felt like for everything that was going on, honestly, it just came easy. Like I just wrote it. Like I wrote it in one day. The next day I recorded it, and it was just like I just have like such a big passion about like wanting people to know that like you shouldn't treat people horribly. Like and like being a Black person and things are happening to Black people. Like it was a frustrating time, and like No Justice, No Peace was something that really came easy. And I was really happy that I was able to demonstrate how I felt about what was happening. Because I have a voice and I was going to use it. Like I was going to do something, whether anyone didn't see it or a whole bunch of people did, I was going to do it. And I felt like that's what I did. And I got the beat from Helaba, and I recorded in his studio, and it was it was nice. Like I feel like with like every song, I feel like that one tops like anything, because I felt like I showcased like 100% of how I like felt about what was happening in the world. And I feel like music should do that all the time. Like obviously, like you're not going to sing about like justice and problems all the time, but I feel like if you do make art, you should want to incorporate real stuff in there, because that's how you influence people, because people like art, and so they're going to see it and they're going to feel something. So that's what that was all about there.
And it helps that it came to you easily too, because of how you felt about what was going on.
Yeah.
Do you think most songs, I guess, well, I'm going to rephrase that. Do you think a lot of your songs come to you easily, or are there some that are more difficult to write, whether that's because of how you emotionally feel about the moment, or maybe it's too relatable?
Mm-hmm. I feel like No Justice, No Peace, that came easy because I knew how I felt, or like Eat Me, it was fun. It was like I just had this fun idea and that came easy. But I guess some songs like Hopeless Romantic or like Misery Loves Company, like stuff like that, it can be a little hard because it can be partially how I feel and partially how other people feel around me, and I want to like, tell that story. And so it takes a longer time to make sure that everything makes sense. All the words I'm saying, they actually mean something. They're not just something I'm singing just to like put something out there. So some things like that take a lot of time when I'm like actually trying to tell a story that I want people to hear, and they have to care about it. So like I guess like when I'm writing songs about like romance or like about like situations about one having problems with their inner self, will somebody care about it? And so like how can I put it together so that they can care about it? Because people care about fun, and then you have a lot of people who care about justice. But I guess for other concepts, it's kind of hard to get them to want to care about it. You gotta like say the right word, like the right words. So some things can be difficult to put together, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you've created your own music videos, you've been in music videos, and you've been in animated videos. Which projects do you find to be the most enjoyable?
Being in real music videos and also being able to be the director for that. And I would feel like the most recent one was the most fun because I had, like, for No Justice, No Peace, I had 100% of the control, but then I had, like, other people around telling me their ideas, telling me what they think I should do. And so it was, like, it could be a little difficult when other people are also, like, combining what you want with what they want. So it was a little pressure. But, like, for Eat Me, like, I made that with my friends in our apartment, and I had complete dictatorship over the whole thing. And it was, like, they understood that it was my baby. And they just wanted to go with it. They just wanted to help. They just wanted to dance. And it wasn't completely structured. It was just like we went with the flow of everything. Like I had like a whole director's plan, but I had 100% fun with it. So I would say like when I'm directing the video and it's real life, I like it. It's more fun.
What do you find more enjoyable? The directing side of things where you get to portray your story in a visual sense, or do you find the story writing side of it to be more enjoyable?
I would say maybe the story writing. Directing is fun. I would have to say I like telling people what to do. But I guess the story writing part is really nice because I love stories. I love a plot. I love a good plot, and I love being able to like put that on paper and write it all down and get it all out. And so if somebody else were to direct it, it would be fine, honestly, because sometimes it's nice to be told how to do something if you don't really have an idea. But if I'm going to be in the background, I would rather be like the one who wrote it down and was able to tell the story, because like it's my story, I guess.
No, that's completely fair. Where did the name StarlitVenus originate?
That took some time because I was trying to figure out, because I was just Janaea. But I was like, I kind of want to separate myself from my music. Like, because my music is me, but like, I want to make sure that when I'm presented to people in this kind of like setting, I want to be like someone different, someone who's still me, but like, I don't want to be Janaea, who's like regular life, regular normal, like your regular friend. Like, I just want to be someone who's completely different and does different things. And so I like Planet Venus. I like what it stands for, I guess, in a like people say it's like feminine. It's the woman planet, and I'm a woman, and I like that. I feel that. And then I feel like I'm a star. I don't know where the lit comes from. I just feel like it was great to go in the middle of both of them, but I feel like I'm a
Mhm.
star and I'm a woman and I like women. Women are beautiful, women are great, and I'm a woman. So I don't know, I just feel like it goes great together. It's like when I say it, it just sounds nice, I guess. And I feel like I can create a persona with this name and what it stands for versus like me just being Janaea, which isn't wrong just being myself. But I feel like with music, sometimes you got to step outside of the box and be more than
Sure.
just yourself because I'm making music for me, but for everybody else, if that makes sense. So I want to be somebody for everybody, I guess, if that makes sense.
Is it easier to create music under a persona versus under your own name? Is it easier to, I guess, detach?
Yeah, I would say it is because like when I started off, I was Janaea, and then like my dad was dictating everything, and it was a matter of like I don't feel like I was myself 100%, but I
Mhm.
feel like when I couldn't really create a persona. I just felt like it was just me, and I was just making music just to make it. But like when I'm Starlight Venus, like I have all these songs now, and it's just like a multitude of all these like concepts, and it just feels different. Like I feel different, and that's kind of the persona I wanted to create. And I just don't think I can do that with like my real name, and like it just didn't fit well for me. I wanted to be something different, and I feel like changing my name was that difference.
Yeah, that makes sense. How many songs do you currently have unreleased? They're just in storage.
So many. There's too many to count because like I have because what I used to do when I was younger is like I'll play beats on YouTube and record it on like the voice memo. So I have all of those, and then I have all of the ones that I recorded on BandLab, and then I have all of the songs I recorded with my cousin that I just haven't released yet because I want them to be perfect. So there's too many. There's so many, a lot.
I'm
I
pretty
can't
sure I have
count.
like two of your songs from like 7 years ago
Yes,
that I
I
didn't
know you have
think have been
them.
released.
No, they're not. I think let me think. They're probably the ones that I made in middle school that because like when I was changing my name, I just there were some songs that I felt like didn't necessarily 100% represented me. I feel like they
Mhm.
represented the people at the time who were managing me. And so like I still keep some things out. No justice, no peace. It will never leave. I just wanted it under my new name because that represents how I feel about the world and about people. But like I still have other songs that I made like in like middle school. I don't feel like they necessarily represent me. So like some of them are probably just gonna stay in my phone forever. And maybe I'll go back and listen to it and be like nostalgic, like, wow, I did sound like that. That was me at that time. But I don't know if I'll show anybody else.
You can witness the difference in
Anybody.
quality, I guess, from 10 years ago to now.
There is a big difference. There's a big difference. But I think I'll just keep them away.
If I guess if someone were to come up to you and they asked you, "Hey, how do I go about writing a song? What is the step-by-step process? How do you respond?"
I would say first you need to think about why you want to write a song. What is your point, right? I feel like when I sit down, I want to tell a story. And then I feel like you need to think about why anybody would want to hear that story, which is a big and hard question because like maybe nobody actually even cares. But I feel like why do you want to put this out in the world? So when
Mhm.
I sit down and I write, I think about how am I feeling and how do I get it out? And like with Eat Me, it was like, well, I just got done watching this movie and I was like, I really like how romance is represented in this obsessive way. So usually I just freestyle. I feel like you just need to find a really, really good instrumental that you feel fits this idea. Just listen to it a couple times. I feel like what I learned over time is that you kind of listen to the song that's playing, think about the instruments that's playing, think about how the instruments make you feel, and then you just go from there. I feel like don't overthink it. Just start saying words because like you can go back to it and polish it and make it make sense. I would say as you're like writing a song, just freestyle first. Record it, go back, listen, and be like, think about what sounded good. And then from there you can just polish it. It's not really
Mm,
structured, right? I said I just freestyle. I just do it. Like I just do it. But I feel like you kind of got to know why you want to do something before you start doing it because then like I don't feel like you're ever gonna get to where you want to be with the song or with writing.
that's a good point. Do you prefer to have lyrics, have a storyline already written, and then making or getting an instrumental around that, or do you prefer to get your instrumental first and then write and write based off of that? What's your preference?
I would like to hear the music first because I feel like the music dictates the mood and the story, right? Because I've tried having a bunch of words on a piece of paper or in my notes. Then I'll be like, hey, cousin, can you like make this like beat for me? And then it's like none of those words fit what the music is telling. The music is important because yes, you can tell a story with words. You might as well just write a book, right? Like the music part is important too. So I would rather get the instruments. I need to hear those and how they make me feel because then whatever story I want to tell, then I can match the flow better because they go together. Like they have to go together. So I would rather hear the music first, then write it, freestyle. That's just my preference. I feel like it works better for me in that way.
It's actually a really good point. I didn't think about it that way. How the music itself can create its own storyline. Like besides, I guess, the words, right? It's like without the words, what storyline also do the instruments in the song convey?
Yeah, because Hopeless Romantic was like that. Because like I had a beat that I found on YouTube, and I was like telling my cousin, "You make it sort of like this, like give this kind of feel." And we both heard how the instruments turned out, so the story changed because they have to match. And I was okay with the story changing, but like the music is important. That's what makes the song the song.
What do you think the storyline to Hopeless Romantic would be if the instrumental was more so like a bubblegum pop style?
Bubblegum pop? It wouldn't be so obsessive, like because like the first beat I had, it was like R&B, so it gave off like really like laid back, chill kind of like love song. If it was bubblegum pop, it would be like too happy. It would be really happy, helpless romantic who's like really preppy and happy about everything that's going on. But then because it changed to like this kind of like rockish, kind of like R&B type, it became more like angry and like obsessive and scary. So like the music dictates how you would, I guess, come across in a song.
Yeah, good point. When it comes to your music, do you have any inspirations?
I definitely do, yes. Because I love music. I love like Beyonce. I love Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce is just one really big inspiration because like she's one person that really likes creativity. She likes weird beats. I don't know if you ever heard a song where like her beats, they're like weird, but like she makes it work because she's not afraid to step outside of the box, and she just does things. Like I feel like she's fierce and she's not scared. She's not afraid to do things that are outside of her comfort zone. And I feel like that's how she got where she's at. And so I want to be like that. I want to step out of my comfort zone and I want to do things that are scary. And then we have people like Sabrina Carpenter, Selena Gomez, like all of them. Like I feel like they just inspire me in a way where I feel like I can actually make music and people will care about it. Because some of the concepts they incorporate in their song, I relate to. I kind of have same concepts. So it's like being able to see other people do what I want, which is, I guess that's the whole thing of being inspired and having inspiration. But Beyonce is number one, I would feel like.
Don't crucify me for this. I've heard maybe 2 Beyonce songs my entire life.
Oh my. Well, that's okay. That's okay. You know, Beyonce's not for everybody. And that's a good thing about like having free will and freedom. You can not listen to Beyonce or you can.
But she's great. I just look, I know the producers are probably going to cancel the show after this, but I just haven't heard Beyonce much.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, like the only reason why my life got like consumed with so much Beyonce was because like I had a mom who loved Beyonce. Like my family loves music, so like I was always exposed to it, so it became what I like. So if you only heard 2 songs, that's probably because nobody around you like actually listened to it as much. I don't know. That's probably how it is.
It's time to play it more. You know, we all just hang out and we just play it on Spotify.
We can hang out and we can just go through her whole like every album, and I'll be
every album.
Do you like this song? Every album, yes. You don't do that. You don't sit there and just listen to every album and be like, "This is so great." You should do that.
Isn't it like 9 albums?
I think so. There are a lot. We can start off small. We can start with somebody who has like 4.
I can sing all of Espresso, every lyric.
You can't see. Okay, never mind. You don't even have to listen to Beyonce because you know every word of Espresso.
Yeah, I impress everyone with those skills.
Yes, I love Sabrina Carpenter. She's great.
When we do karaoke, I'll have Hopeless Romantic memorized too, and
No,
and,
you have to
and
channel.
you'll be there, and I'll sing it word for word.
You have to channel your inner anger, inner obsessiveness. You have to get it right. You got to be like full out theater, like.
I think I'm good at that. I think I'm really good at overreacting or being dramatic.
Yes, dramatic. That's the word I was looking for. It's a very dramatic song. It's too much.
Sometimes dramatic's good. In this case, it was very good because it's my favorite song on the EP.
It is. That's so funny. Like everybody likes it, and I'm like, I love it because it's different. But I was like, it's just like, it's like, I don't know. I love it though, but like I just didn't expect everybody else to like love it. I guess because it was so different.
Is there a song that you have that everyone loves, but you just don't like, and you kind of regret publishing?
Let me. Yes, I have one song. I think it's only on Spotify because I changed my name, so it's only on Spotify and not anywhere else. But I have a song called "Where Are You" that I made in like 8th grade, and I don't want to take it away because everybody thinks they thinks it's fun. It's like bubblegum pop like. There's dancing, there's choreo actually. Me and my sister made choreo to that. I have a music video, and it was like every time I look at it, I just want to delete it. I just don't want to see it. But I'm like, it's not just for me. It's for everyone else too. So if the public likes it, then it's okay. But like, I just try to stay away from it because I'm horrified by what I see. Because like, I just don't like it anymore.
No, I completely get it. So I guess my next question is, what is next for StarlitVenus?
I think what's next for me is I want to put out more music. Like I want to be able to tell another story, put out another EP. And I think I've really been trying to work vocally. Like I've been inspired by Wicked for a really, really long time. And I just want to be able to like also tell a story with my vocals. Like because like I said, like a song isn't just about the lyrics, it's about the music, but then also I feel like I want to be able to have this voice that's like out of this world. And I think the next step for me is being able to like train my voice to be something really great that I can also tell a story with. And then I guess just like marketing stuff like that, like actually getting myself out there for, more people to see.
Yeah, I'm sure you have really good content, and of course the purpose of the podcast is to get more people to check out your music because it's really good music.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And going back to one thing you mentioned about, of course, wanting to create message through instrumentals, I will say one thing I really enjoy is actually when the lyrics and the instrumentals kind of contradict each other. I think that in itself tells like its own story where the lyrics just don't match the music. I think a really common one is that you'll have like this really happy-go-lucky beat, and the lyrics are about how the main character's depressed.
Yeah, actually, I feel like that's also totally good because like Marina and the Diamonds, like she has this one song I think we both like, and it's just like yeah, there's like cheerleaders and they're like cheering in the background, and then she's talking about how she wants to die, and I'm like, you know what, like I love when there's a contradiction because I feel like it can be confusing, and I feel like confusion is really good sometimes with music because it's like I can make you feel really happy, but actually I'm telling you how sad I am. And I guess it just shows how like what people can pay attention to more. So I really like that concept as well.
I completely agree. I'm trying to think of this. It was Teen Idol.
Teen Idol, yes, I love that song so much.
Talking about that song
because it's so good. Because like when I was younger, I just did it because like I didn't pay attention to what she was saying because of how good the music is and how good the cheering is. But as I got older and I'm actually paying attention to what the message is, I'm like, oh, actually, she's so sad. But the music is still nice though.
The music is so nice, but she's so just sad and about
life. But I love that, like, because that's just being creative. So that's why I love music so much. You can do whatever you want. Like, it doesn't have to be any kind of way. Like, you have, like, people who, like, the companies telling them you have to make this sort of stuff. But, like, with music, it could be anything. Like nothing even has to match. You can be screaming over a really nice ballad, and it's what you want it to be. So, I don't know. I like the
Yeah, I
freedom.
completely
It's
agree.
nice.
Yep, I completely agree. It's your story. It's how you want to tell it. And at the end of the
Yeah.
day, right, it's what it means to you and the listener, right? What they take
Yeah.
away from it and what you took away while writing it, or you planned while writing it.
Yeah.
So I guess you talked about that you want to, in the future, you want to make more music. Can we expect a first time, I guess, estimate of when? Reveal it on the show?
Hmm. I'm trying to think because I have a song that I'm working on right now. It's very short,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, I just been contemplating if I should put it out, like if it sounds good enough. But I'm thinking like if I go at it today and it's good, I'm thinking maybe I'll put out something next week just for fun or whatever.
Next week?
Maybe because I have it, but I'm like I don't know if it's good enough, and then. But like I feel like I was gonna work on it today, and it's like really
Mhm.
short. It's kind of like Totem of Undying vibes, like just like for fun.
Oh,
But
wow. Yeah.
as far as like a big project, that might take some time. I don't have an estimation of that yet.
No, completely fair. And when it does come out, of course, reach out, and I'm sure the team and I will gladly repost any advertisement you want.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. If someone takes away one thing from this interview, what would you like it to be?
Let me think. I think the main thing is that because I feel like we talked a lot about music making and like I just feel like whoever hears this, I just want them to know that they should be free in how they create things. Because I talked a lot about like how I like how my music changed and like how I changed over the years with my music and like how I don't know, I just want people to know that they're free to do whatever they want and that when you create art, it should be about, you know, what you want and how you want to represent yourself. And so I guess I feel like that's the main thing. Like if you're gonna make art, just do it and then
Nice.
love it, I guess.
Completely agree. Just do it. Even if you have doubts, just do it, right?
Just do it because
Just do it.
you never know what's gonna happen if you never try, right? Because Hopeless Romantic, like I said, it was really hard, but I didn't know it would be the way if I didn't try. Like if I didn't try to act theater like or try to like express different types of emotions, like you should always just try something and then see how it goes for yourself. Don't be so sheltered. Change your identity if you have to sometimes. I feel like that's it's good to change.
Nice. I think that's great advice.
Thank you.
Where can the audience check out your content?
I would say YouTube. I'm on YouTube a lot, and my name is StarlitVenus on there. It's just, you know, spelled Star, Lit, and then Venus. And a lot of my stuff is also on my Instagram with the same name. And usually I'm on YouTube and Instagram a lot, the most.
Nice. Perfect. Okay. Thank you for coming on the show. It was great talking with you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Are you still nervous?
Yeah, I'm like sweating. My hands are so drenched right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got through this because I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to say anything that's right or if it makes sense at all. But I'm really happy that you guys reached out to me. Like, I'm always happy when my friends or people reach out to me and they're like, "Can you do this?" Because it just makes me know that you're thinking about me, and you feel like I'm worthy of something that you're creating. I'm really happy.
Of course. Yeah. The goal is that, you know, we want your music to grow, and like, yeah, and yes, you are our friend, and of course we want to showcase your music, and I'm sure the
Yeah.
audience listening right now agrees. I hope all of them that are listening have already looked you up on Instagram and Spotify.
Right, please do. I'm really great.
So if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow myself, Andre Price, on Instagram, alongside Backup Squad LLC, the producers of the show. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.